he either had a smaller pair or a big ace, and either way I'm winning or I'm 50-50, so not having that many chips left, I thought I'd call, get it in there, take my chances, and it didn't pay off, unfortunately. I think that Hung is probably going to win. Easy to say because he's got half the chips at the moment, but anyone could double up at this stage because the blinds are still pretty low. But yeah, I fancy Hung's chances to win it today.
Hung Luke has over half the chips on the table. He's got 6,500 in his stack. Gordon Murray lies second, Simon Jones third, and Chris Higgins trails with 1225. As quickly as that, then there were four. Hung playing the hangman. And blinds here 75-150. As many chips as Hung Luke has right here, Simon. This game could be over speedily. What does a guy like Simon have to do?
Well, he's going to have to start becoming aggressive because he's one of the short stacks. He's only got 16.75. The blinds are 75-150.
Raise to 400.
A little 400 behind the button, or from the button. And this is a bit of an interesting hand here. What will Hung look? He's got plenty of chips. How strong does he think Simon is?
Well, his first thoughts, I think he's thinking of re-raising, but he's probably just going to call.
Ace-4, technically a better hand.
Take him all in.
It doesn't feel good in the face of a big re-raise. Holy Toledo!
Because another play here.
That's fine.
That's fine, says Hung. I'm willing to gamble. Let's raise it up, he says.
15, 16.
275, 1,675 altogether.
Thomas Kremser reminding Hung Luke that there's people to act behind. He doesn't care. Ship the lot, he says. And what a tough decision for Simon.
It's 1,000.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Another 100, yeah?
No, it's fine.
Because this one has 6,
Yeah.
first pile. Okay, all right.
Pass.
Okay.
Simon Jones, our sports science lecturer from Watford, plays football for West Watford Conservative Club, and now got a tough decision. What move is he going to use? Is he a defender or is he a midfielder?
Well, he's got about 1,300 if he folds here, Simon, but he'd have to have steel toes to call this bet. It's only ace-4.
Yeah, I think the thing is, Simon knows that he had a raising hand on the button, and he also knows there's a possible chance he's winning here, but he has enough chips to pass.
Oops, I'm sorry.
The power of Hung Luke. He's hung him up, he's hung him out, and he's hung him down.
4. You want 4, yeah?
Remember, the winner of this heat goes straight through to the grand final and a shot at the first prize, a £50,000 lifestyle package. The runner-up gets a second chance in the semi-final.
Pass.
Pass.
Call.
Call.
Oh, just a call from the button. Chris with the ace-10.
All in.
Wow, and Simon's decided to make a play. He's found a pair here in the small blind, and this time he's not messing about. The whole 1350's gone in the middle.
Haven't even seen my card yet?
Hung says he hasn't seen his cards yet. Well, we know he doesn't look until it's round to him.
Well, he made an all-in raise to Simon.
How much is it?
With that exact same hand before. Does he want to take him on? All these guys have playable hands.
This is unbelievable. I mean, Hung, what he should be thinking about here is the fact that Chris just limped in, and that if he just calls, he's going to have another player behind him.
How much?
Well, he doesn't care. He's got plenty of chips, Jesse, and he obviously wants to have a gamble.
Total bet is 1,250.
I've got 150 in there.
Yeah.
Very optimistic to call. As it turns out, he's got live cards, but severely optimistic here.
The interesting thing here, if he's intending to call, really he should raise and push Chris out of the pot. I don't think he even is. Chris is saying, hello, I'm still in here. And he's folded. Okay. Well, let's see what Chris is going to do. I think he was just enjoying himself. Only he thinks, I've got total dominance here. I can mess with these guys' heads.
Chris says you play a hand and get nearly raised up in 2 spots. So Simon Jones doing very well to take that pot. He made the bet, the move that nobody could respond to. a pot that really any of three could have won.
I think what makes a good poker player, I mean, there's a lot of elements to poker, but the most important, I think, is the ability to control your emotions, not to go on tilt and to just play consistently. I'm very confident of doing well today. I mean, I'm here to win it. I'm not here just to finish 4th or 5th and appear on TV. I'm here to finish first and win the main prize.
Here we have Simon under the gun, the Watford
Pass.
man. 150 to call. There's 225 pounds in the pot.
Pass.
There he is.
Oh, well, this is unbelievable,
Raised to
Jesse.
375.
Gordon Murray has found kings, and what a position to have him in. He's in the small blind. He's raising into Chris Higgins, who earlier laid down ace-10. This time he's picked up a small race in the big blind. Is this the hand he's going to push his chips in? No, he just calls.
Yeah, 2 kings looks like a steal. You could have understood Chris re-raising, but he's just called. We're going to see a flop. We got action here.
Oh, wow. Chris is going to like this.
Check.
First to worst for Gordon. And Chris stacking them up.
All in.
Oh, he's trying to carve Gordon up.
Tough decision here for Gordon, because he would have expected Chris to re-raise if he had an ace, because it was so short stacked and he just called. So he might think that he's only got second pair.
Can I count it first? 700. Chris?
Gordon's asked for
Can
a
you count
countdown.
first?
It's not going to be all his chips.
700.
It's a good half his stack.
Call.
Yeah, you see, he can't put him on an
Chris
ace,
is
and
in,
look at
playing
this.
against
Chris is going to
Gordon.
get paid
Showdown,
off.
please. Gordon shows pocket pair of kings, and ace-8 for Chris.
And
He's in front with a
Gordon
pair of aces.
Murray
Let's see the
looks
turn
to end up severely battered.
Is a
Only
jack,
a king
no
on
change.
the river,
And the last
or
card
he is cut
is
in
a
half.
5.
Double
Chris
through
doubles up.
for the butcher. And a bad break for Gordon, but Chris right back in it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and fair play to Chris. Obviously, if he'd have moved in from the big blind, Gordon would have called, and obviously would have got unlucky with the ace on the flop. Chris just flat called and was able to extract the maximum.
What makes a good poker player? Somebody who's patient, also aggressive, willing to throw all the money in, not scared.
This game being played on a very professional level by these 4 amateurs. They might not be amateurs for long.
300.
Raised to 300.
Pass.
Pass.
Simply double the big blind is hung. And Chris, with his newly minted chips, has found a little Kojak in the small blind. What should he be thinking about here?
Call.
No, he's done nothing wrong there. I mean, the one thing he shouldn't be doing is raising Hung, because he's seen how aggressive he is, and Hung will just raise him straight back. So he's happy just to see a flop. Of course, has he priced in Simon?
Yes.
Oh, that's an action hand.
Pass.
Simon might regret that. Let's see what the flop is. I mean, it was a cheap call for him to make, and he might have caught a nice flop.
2 players.
Head up, 750 in there. Pair of 6s and a duckling.
First to bet wins.
Check.
Check.
Well, Chris and Hung were head up very early on in this tournament, Simon. And Hung Luke bluffed out Chris something silly.
Check.
Yeah, Hung's thinking, I'm going to let him have another card, and if a spade doesn't come, I'll come out betting on the turn.
Wow, and Chris Chris has sensed weakness.
300.
I like this by Chris. He's showing that I'm willing to take you on and play you at your own game. Yeah, well
Pass.
played, Chris.
So Hung Luke lost his bottle and Chris Higgins jumped on it.
Absolutely. I mean, he played that perfectly this time. I mean, it's come a pair with a flush draw. He's checked it, and when Hung Luke hasn't took the opportunity to steal the pot, he's took the advantage on the turn.
Pass.
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 Battle of the blinds again. Is Simon just going to call this time, or is he going to raise?
Only got 1,425 pounds, and just calling there. If Hung Luke takes it as a sign of weakness.
Check.
And, oh,
I love the way this guy changes gears. Last time we saw him with a king-queen in the same position, and he raised Simon all in.
2 players.
This time he chooses just to call.
and a pretty good flop for Hung. Flush draw and a straight draw.
I guarantee you
300.
he's going to get at least called, if not raised.
Last time he put Simon all in.
I'll
He,
raise to 1,000.
he won the
Raised
money.
to
Oh, he's
1,000.
put them under. Boy, this is strong. Betting on the draw. Simon doesn't have a whisper or a prayer.
Wow, Hung's got a fantastic hand here, hasn't he? I mean, he's got 2 overcards. He's got a straight draw. If Simon hits his queen, he's going to be losing to a made straight. He's just messing around here. He's never calling. He just wants to say to Hung, look, you know, stop raising me.
There's very few things that are as painful in poker as making a bluff and having somebody pick you off like you're just a little duck on a fence.
Thanks.
Nice little information bet there, though, from Simon there, Jesse.
Well, he tried and he'll try again. But right now, there's a wall of chips to Simon Jones left. That they don't make walls that big in Watford, do they?
No, they don't.
Four players left, and what a great mix of ages,
Pass.
personalities,
Pass.
hometowns we have here. Hung Luke, the stock trader from London, on the chip lead and in the small blind right now.
Call.
Call.
Check.
Picking on Gordon Murray from Northern Ireland, and 9-deuce, the Montana
2
Banana.
players.
Yeah, I think when you've got Hung Luke's chips, really, you know, you should be raising at every opportunity. It's pointless limping in with that hand. You just want to raise and take.
One of the problems with the 9-deuce, Simon, is if you do make a pair, then what?
Check.
300.
300.
Call.
Call.
Yeah, he's called a bit quick here. Hung Luke is this could be his first error.
Gordon leading with the 2 8s.
Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Is this guy? This guy is
500.
destined to win this heat, I think. There's no way that Gordon can put him on a 2.
Poker's a great game as long as you're not the other guy. It's no fun to be the other guy.
Yeah.
And the other guy right now, Gordon Murray, who needs an 8 to get out of this mess.
Oh wow, you called it, Jesse. This is a fabulous
Me.
card for Gordon.
Take them all in.
Yeah, I'll bet you will.
Call.
Gordon's going to call.
425. Gordon is all
425.
in. Showdown, please.
Seesaw, hee
Gordon
haw,
shows
worst
8
to
queen
first
to the
and
full
worst
house,
again.
Over deuces.
8s full
And Hung
are
shows
going to beat
deuce 9
deuces
to the full
full.
house, deuces.
Well, the
So
justice
Gordon
of the
down top.
Wild West is rarely done. But Gordon Murray playing the part of a gunslinger there and hanging Hung from a high tree.
Of course, the mistake was by Hung. He should have raised. He had the chips. All he had to do was make a small raise in the blind with his 9-deuce offsuit. Gordon would have thrown his 10-8 away. Instead, we played out a hand. And, well, the Turner River, great TV.
Both
players hit a full house there. Hung held 2s full of 8s, and Gordon held 8s full of 2s. In this situation, the hand with the higher trips wins, so Gordon's 3/8 take the pot. So Gordon now up to second place, just ahead of Chris. Hung Luke is still way out in front with 5,600. Simon, the short stack with 1,050. So there's a little bit of life in this game left, Simon.
Yeah, it's very exciting, Jesse. Great television. Late night poker race, looking to find the best British amateur.
Pass.
And one of these guys is a definite contender.
King Queen, we've seen Hung play that hand several times this evening.
Box play.
And now,
Raise to 500.
from the button,
Good solid hand on the button, good solid raise this time, no messing about.
Re-raise.
wow! Hung was running so hot earlier, but Gordon has caught fire.
Raise
Pocket
to
aces.
1,500.
Take up.
Boy, but he
Yeah,
might
1,500.
find Hung a little blown out here. King
Pass.
Queen looks very pretty.
Yep, he's
Call.
trapped Hung beautifully here. You see, you know, he hasn't overreacted by re-raising all in Gordon. He's got the aces. He's just raised an amount that he know Hung will call in position. And if a king or a queen flops here, Jesse, he could get the lot.
This pot very big already, Simon. 3,100 in here. And if a king or queen gets...
I'm all in.
All in.
Trip aces. Well, that's just a beautiful hand.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to see any more in this. It's a shame. I would like to have seen Gordon check that. I mean, he's got a pair of aces in the hole. He's flop top set. What is he worried about? All he has to do is check to the chip leader and hope that he bets it. But he's not going to be getting any more now.
How much is it?
Little less than 1,300.
Hung Luke is sitting there and trying to figure out if he's done anything wrong. But Simon, it's never over until it's over. And there's clearly a big battle to be waged left in this tournament. I mean, a few hands ago, Gordon was sitting with about 800 in